Hello everyone, welcome to my channel German Talks, and I hope you'd be doing absolutely fantastic and safe. Today's topic is hell interesting and seemingly bizarre as it revolves around the word chicken. I'll be trying to bring its relevance to our day-to-day contract negotiations, so stay tuned till the end of the video and I hope you'll like it. So let's get started. Chicken's case, one of the cases which later on became one of the gold standard in the contract negotiation matters across the world. Formerly known as the Frigaliment Importing Company versus B.N.S. International Sales Corporation. It was a case which was decided in the U.S. Federal District Court of New York, also known as S.D.N.Y, Mother's Court, and was decided upon by the judge Henry Friendly in 1960. So what was the matter? The matter was just simple word, chicken. So there was a Swiss company which was the buyer and an American company which was the seller. Both of them entered into a contract for supply of poultry birds for consumption purposes, and that's it. After the contract was signed, in the first consignment, the buyer requested the consignment and the seller sent it, and the buyer summarily rejected it, stating that this is not what I had asked for. Okay, so what was the disconnect? Buyer said that the chicken was sent was bigger. That was the stewing chicken that is hard and that is cheaper, and that what it meant by the word chicken was the smaller birds, and which are ideal for frying and broiling. And of course the seller said the opposite. So this resulted into a snowballing of issue and resulted into a litigation. So once the matter came in front of the court said, okay, we'll not only examine the contract, but we'll go behind the contract, how it was negotiated, and what is the prevalent trade meaning of the word chicken in the context, and what is who drafted the contract and what was the price point. So a couple of tests the court tried to employ. So one of the first test was pre-contract. So pre-contract, many times seller asked telegram, like those days telegram, it was there. So many times the seller sent a telegram to the buyer that what do you mean by the word chicken, and always the buyer responded that, well, any kind of chicken would do. Okay, fair enough. And then there was a price negotiated. So the court said that, okay, this price, at this price, no way it means the smaller chicken, which is expensive. So price was one of the clinching evidence as to pinpointing that this word chicken will fit where in the actual contract execution or delivery of performance. So this was the price and what was written in the pre-contract. What was written in the contract? So the court invoked the contra preferentum rule, which says that the burden of proof always lies with the person who has drafted the contract, or that party is never allowed to take the benefit of that particular point. In this case, the contract was made on the buyer's side, on buyer paper, and something which is very important in our contract negotiation process. The last point was the trade usage. In the American Department of Agriculture, US, there are many different kind of poultry birds, chicken, fowl, and so on and so forth, broilers, and so there is a specific definition for the word chicken, and that was the U.S. Department of Agriculture's references were there in the contract, which actually more or less pointed that this is what the parties meant by the word chicken. So of course the contract was decided in the seller's favor because it was deemed as correct in understanding the word chicken and perceiving the word chicken, and for the price point it was in the local market, and there it was. But how does it play in our day-to-day contract negotiation? One is the rule of contra preferentum. We often say that I would like to negotiate the contract on my terms and conditions, but we are also taking a risk in terms of the burden of proof of explaining that particular clause lies upon us, and if there is a litigation, we won't be able to take the benefit arising out of it. This is so that's all. And on the chickens case, it is one of the gold standard case for the contract negotiation and drafting all over the world, and it just kind of it kind of appeals to us that we should always be we should keep away from the ambiguous words, and we should always call it out in any contract for removing any kind of subjectivity and bringing in objectivity in terms of understanding and measuring the performance of any particular contract. So that's it about the chickens case, and I hope you liked the video, and please like, share and comment if you liked it. Thank you very much.